Hello, hello.
Yo.
Hello.
You good?
Is that all good?
We all good.
This is Iniquity, live from Svara Studios. Today we've got Max and Ricciardo from Iniquity.
Ciao, ciao.
Nice to meet you. Nice to see you.
So if you're not familiar with the Iniquity Club Night, a forward-thinking underground techno party based in Liverpool and beyond. So they've hosted artists such as DVS1, Marie Montexier, Freddie K, Salam, and many, many more. Over this last year, they formed national and international connections with renowned clubs and labels such as Test Club in Tbilisi, as well as Cromante, based in Berlin,
Big love to
Amsterdam.
Test Club.
So what's the crack, guys?
What's the crack? It's good to be here. I got the chance to talk about mine and Rick's story a bit. If you know, if you don't know, now you get to know. But yeah, it's gonna be nice. Emma here's got some questions. We're just gonna talk about the story, how things have happened, how we've managed to host some of these artists. It's just two lads in Liverpool who love this music and have got to where we have. So yeah.
Good stuff, good stuff. So proper enjoyed the first couple of minutes of music there. Nice tasty stuff. Guess the first thing I just wanted to ask is how did it all start for Iniquity? How did the both of yous meet?
Well, actually, you'll start as a game, like as an experiment, and then after the first time, after the first party in Meragi, we're just like maybe we should take it serious. So from the first experience, it then became a real passion, because obviously for running parties like this with music like this and such artists in Liverpool, unless you have a real passion for it, it's basically very difficult, and sometimes it can be unsustainable as well economically. So we do it for the passion of it, and we see it growing gradually all the time, and for me it's still a bit surreal what we managed to do in such a small city with such a small scene as well. So yeah, this I think Max can confirm as well.
To build on that, we had our first night. We hosted Nene H, who has played in Berghain, Amsterdam, these places. Not like it matters, but it was a big deal. And the night went so well, we got great feedback, and we just reflected on that after, and we were like, we're meant to do this,
Yeah.
without any sort of anyone telling us how to do it. Yeah, we made mistakes, but we just went into the deep end. We put a night on Meraki, 4 artists, packed club, and after that we were like, we can't stop doing it now. And it's been 2 years and we're not slowing down.
The rest is history.
The rest is history.
There's moments, there's up and downs. So some nights goes good, some nights go a bit less. Also considering the economical crisis that there is in England, and the cost of living at the moment is very difficult selling tickets for your parties. But we just gonna keep doing it because that's what we love, and we love the connections that we make with the artists, with the agents, and yeah, this is what keep us going, keep us alive in Iniquity. Like, it's all our life at the moment. So we are happy to invest on it, and we're never gonna stop.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think it is definitely a difficult time for anyone promoting, putting on parties, as you say, with the cost of living crisis. But I feel like after coronavirus, after those couple of years, like just going out to clubs and seeing so many good events, parties and clubs closing down, there is definitely a huge difference in the scene these days. So just as you were saying there, one of the questions I was actually going to ask you is, can you remember the specific moment that made you realise that this is something you wanted to pursue?
Well, I mean, me and Rick have always been, since he's been in Liverpool, we've always been clubbing together. And I'd say after coronavirus, looking at the landscape of what was actually going on in Liverpool, solely Liverpool, there wasn't really any techno nights, bar a few. And this is the music that we want to listen to. The music sounds the best inside a small club. And so we thought, if no one else is doing it, then we have to do it ourselves. And I guess a lot of people's stories stem like that as well. And that's how ours started. We want to listen to this music on good sound system, good club, our friends around us, and so that's what we try to do. Bringing in the community, and branching out, letting other people that give that platform to them who haven't been as lucky to maybe or confident enough to get to that point. We give them that chance as well. So,
Yeah, I mean, even as you say there about small clubs, again, going back to COVID, it's something I've started to appreciate a lot more after just going on these small clubs where maybe there's not going to be as many people, but it's a nice crowd, everyone's up for it. And you've got that, it means a lot more than going somewhere where there's thousands of people and no one's really that into it.
I mean, yeah, it is definitely different. Small club from big rooms, but I mean, I think all of us in this room can agree that techno is becoming the most popular genre in electronic music at the moment. I believe the techno that it gets promoted to young people, such students or someone that approach techno for the first time. It's the new EDM.
Yeah.
You get me? It's and it's not that it's bad, because you can see these kind of parties and this music as a gateway to find better music and better communities that they are all about the music itself and just not go to the club to get drunk or lose yourself. So we believe the music that we promote unite people more than what today is commercial, such as hard techno. And don't get me wrong, like hard techno, there is some amazing artists and some amazing producers, but this stuff, it's different, and it's the radical of the everything, in my opinion. It all starts from there, and we don't want it to be forgotten.
Definitely. I see exactly what you mean, especially with whenever you're mentioning the hard techno. I mean, it's something that years ago we're coming from stuff like industrial, but now it's just become that kind of commercialized. Just going back to, as you mentioned, younger people that are just kind of getting into this kind of music. When you do listen to these harder kind of styles of techno, it is all about big moments, big drops and stuff, compared to going to someone that's going to take you on an experience over 4 or 5 hours. I think that's the main thing.
yeah, but I mean, you got to start somewhere. And like when we started first going out, with this nights that we went to, that was this style of music because we wanted to go to like a busier rave. And you fall into that. But I'd say, if you come to our nights, some nights is going to be full, some nights not as full. But those nights that aren't as full, and you see that, we're still going ahead, we're still pushing this music, that's when we're doing it for the right reasons as well. And I
100%.
think that's the most, like, the way that you see it sustainable, and that it's going to keep on going, where this other type of music, people think it's like a money maker, and maybe they'll be here for a year, 2 years, but nothing lasts, it goes in cycles, and if you just stick to doing what you love, then it's gonna remain.
Definitely. I mean, like, even looking at the kind of people you're booking, you're not trying to go for the big names. They're just going to catch people's eye. You're booking exciting artists that maybe not a lot of people are too familiar with, but once they go to one of your nights and experience it, it's going to open a whole new world for them.
Yeah, I mean, we the bookings that we do is the music that we like, and the DJs that we listen on, mixes on SoundCloud or whatever every day. And what we aim to do is creating like human connections before like just a booking, because I believe human connections is what brings you to, get out the bubble of a little city such as Liverpool, and do, for example, what we did with Tbilisi in Georgia, and meet new people, talk, ideas, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, because you hear like a lot of bookings, big bookings. They come to your city. You get put in a hotel. They come to the club. They play for 2 hours. They go home and they fly back. And although that might be great and you sell tickets, where's that getting you? You want to meet these people, form a connection, understand how their scene is, what they like about yours. Maybe have a little party and a dance together. Go for a little meal, but. So yeah, these people that we're booking, okay, they're not the biggest, but they're the ones that want to stick around. They're going to be at the club till the closing, and that's what gets me excited, So that's why that's the direction that we take in our bookings.
And just on that, just one thing I did want to bring up is with the collaboration you've done with Test Club in Georgia. So how did this come about?
It's a funny one. It's actually funny because
It's completely random as well.
it's very random, yeah, but that's what makes it so good, in my opinion. We are doing this party with Niwa, that she's a resident in Bassiani, this big club in Georgia, Marimon Texier, that we did a radio show together as well. Paige from London, and two local DJs, Lucy Gray, back-to-back Kersey for the first time. And I remember at the door, I was doing the door with a bouncer, and this guy turned up at the door, and it's like, he was barely speaking English. And he was like, I am Georgian. And I came here because I saw Niwa in Liverpool. He was living here with his dad. And he was like, Niwa in Liverpool, oh, that's so strange. And he was like, I haven't got a ticket. And I was like, yeah, just come in. So he came on his own, and he stayed with us. And from there, we started a beautiful friendship. Actually, Georgie, if you are in, tune in. Hello, mate. We miss you. And he used to run a festival back in Georgia, and he got some connections in the club, and just like that, we started working together, and he linked us with Tess. It's an amazing club, an amazing place in Georgia, and from there, everything started. We meet the residents, we meet the people. We went there for the first time. Amazing hosting. It was unreal. So yeah, I think this connection is gonna last forever, for a very long time. Yeah.
I like how you're saying that. It was just an organic connection. It's just something that happened on a night out. Something I'm realizing even within this music scene. It's just getting out there and meeting people. You never know what's gonna come of it. So is it off the back of that, which ended up he's actually traveling out to Georgia to play?
Yeah, so like Rick said, this guy used to run a festival in Georgia, and he's doing something similar in Tbilisi, where he's out, he's in the scene, he's known in the community, and he was here for 3 or 4 months after that night. And like Rick said, we really good mates to the guy now, actually part of Iniquity as well. And when he went back, the first thing he said was, I'm going to get you guys here in Tbilisi. And so we worked on that for 2-3 months. And once that was confirmed, our dreams came true. Like we've been saying for 2 or 3 years, we've got to go to Tbilisi, and then to actually go and play there in one holiday was surreal. Then we invited 5 or 6 Liverpool-based, Manchester-based DJs. We just pitched them the idea and said, take a chance on us. It's going to be a long trip, bit risky. On the back of what our friends said, we're going to play in Tess, and we all went together. We had an insane trip, went to Bassiani for raving, and then we played in Tess Club for a full club, wasn't it? It was absolutely packed.
It was actually a very nice party. I remember the night, and it was very, how do you say, like a grow up experience. Maturing experience for everyone, and I think I'm never gonna forget that, because as I said before, for us, one of the most important thing over business and the economical part is creating human connections, because that's what brings you joy, that what brings joy in your life, and that's exactly what happened. So,
and we've been back 4 times since.
Yeah, me a bit too much maybe. I should stop.
But I mean, and so off the back of that, we played there, and then we also brought them to Liverpool, and they came here for a week. They did play around the UK, but they enjoyed Liverpool the most. They actually came to a little party in here that went on till about 6 a.m. Yeah. And that
actually
was
in here,
and they enjoyed that. Rick left, I left, and they were like, "We're staying," and they stayed till the end as well. So that was funny to see them.
From what I can remember, I do remember chatting to a couple of them.
Yeah, it probably didn't make sense, but yeah. And
that was very funny night, yeah. George, Dimitri, Levan, Temo, Mariam, all the guys, they've been lovely, and it's so good to see like people from the other side of the world coming to Liverpool and appreciate the city so much. So
and
much.
that thing of the connection, how strong that is now, like there's potential that we go back and play again, and to bring the guys here again, and that's not slowing down. Like now we've got that organised. We've figured out ways to do visas and stuff like that, and so why not go play there? It's the best experience, and also to give these guys a chance to come play in the UK, which they never done before. That's they like, I think they owe us one, we think they owe us them one, so it just works out so well.
Love how this whole story just started one night in Maraghi,
No, invisible wind substation. but-
Yeah, that was an Invisible Wind substation. Yeah, yeah. Maybe we'll go back there at some point because it's such a cool venue. Yeah, but having these international connections, with these guys from Georgia, this girl that she's a resident in Tess called Nessa.
Yeah.
She's from Iran, and don't know. With all the visa situations, all the visa problem that you have for bringing these people outside from Europe to UK now because of Brexit and everything is such a big thing. And it was so good also to see her doing an interview with the BBC in Meraki, actually recorded in Meraki, that probably is going to come out soon. So yeah, it's all about that. It's all about the music, the community, and building something.
It's also a confidence boost when you see clubs like Printworks trying to book newer and visas maybe not going through, and just me and Rick on our own managed to sort that for quite a few Georgians. So we were pretty proud of that one, I think. Wasn't it?
Yeah, very proud of that one.
Great stuff. He's managed to pull it off.
Thank you, mate.
So just on that as well, so you were talking about, even from this conversation, it does seem like Iniquity. There's a lot of passion goes into it. It's very community focused. From being one of your parties before, it's a nice group of people, and you do have that vibe that there's people they're just going to come to that same party, and they're kind of loyal to the brand. Do you feel like there's anything that is stopping you from growing as a community in terms of the club scene in Liverpool, or the infrastructure?
Well, when you are based on such a small city like Liverpool, it must be community based because the people that go to the raves are always the same. We don't have very big rooms, So in these small clubs, every time, when you are in the smoking area or inside, everyone you see, you basically know them.
Yeah.
The thing that I believe is that I would like to invest on young people a bit more and involve students, for example, the people that moves here for university and everything a bit more in our scene. And that's what we're trying to do at the moment, because having a small community is nice, but not that it gets boring, but it'd be good that your community, your group, meet people that they never saw before. And I saw this happening at Iniquity parties a few times, when one of the organizers is on the dance floor and you see your friends talking with someone that you never seen on the club before, or someone that comes to Iniquity parties for the first time, and they come at me like, oh, I never listened to this music before. I didn't know techno was this.
Yeah.
And this what makes me do it, because from a small community you can build actually a big one, slightly. And about infrastructure, the clubs that we got in Liverpool, this is north of England, mate. We don't live on a rich city or environment. And clubs is just like a garage there with a good sound system inside, and it's all you need. I would like to see the clubs maybe invest more in local talents, such as make residents, because I think if a club have regular residents, you can actually build a movement over it. So, you have, for example, 2 or 3 techno residents, then you got someone to play house music, breakbeat, and everything. And they're all locals, like institutions, big clubs like Berghain or Bastiani, for example, but also Tess, they all got residents. And all the residents play different music. So, they're all locals. So, first 5 people, oh yeah, my friend is DJing at the club. And then become 10, and then become 15, 20, till you build an army of people, literally. And I think that's what you do, and I think that's what's missing in Liverpool.
So something I want to bring up in terms of, as we were talking about Georgia and the way things are in Liverpool, but did you notice many differences in terms of the culture of it in the UK compared to clubs in Europe?
I mean, I'd say obviously the whole economy is different, and I'd say it's not as much like we go to work Monday to Friday and we all let's go out on a Saturday, Friday, Saturday. It's more integrated within them. It's you know, DJ workshops, DJ schools.
There is a lot of restriction because of laws in England that you haven't got in places such as Georgia.
Yeah.
About clubs, you know, like here for everything you need a license. For
Yeah.
time that your club is open, you need a certain type of license. Probably you need it like legally there as well, but you can have longer times. You know,
It doesn't stop you.
but
Yeah.
people see clubs like you know, just not. Yeah, I need to go in at 10 and I need to finish at 4 a.m. and then I have to go home.
Yeah.
But if you have longer times, you know, you can stay in the clubs and see the club as a place where everyone meet.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And there's a whole sort of culture of, because these parties last for as long as 24 hours, you know, you go 4 or 5 hours, maybe you leave and go get lunch, or maybe it's breakfast at that time, and then you can go back again.
Yeah.
And you feel refreshed, you're in a different mood, and you can keep dancing. Like
Yeah.
when we went last time, I was up at 6 in the morning, and I was feeling out to go out, to go party, and there is that chance to go and do that.
Yeah.
Not to say that it's amazing because you can dance at 6 a.m., but it's crazy the fact that you can get up and go to a full-on community that's full in a club. Doesn't feel like you're actually in a club, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas that would not happen somewhere like in Liverpool, yeah.
I feel when I first came to England, even being able to go out to a club before 6 a.m. was mind blowing to me. Like coming from back home, we've got 2 a.m.'s the latest somewhere I can open day. In the Republic of Ireland, I think it's maybe 3, 4. So you've got loads of. So you've got in the Republic, Sunil Sharps gave us a night. Basically, just trying to change the nightlife culture. But I think the big thing on that as well is the infrastructure of it in terms of transport and getting people home safe. There's a lot more to it than just opening the clubs later.
Well, I know there is people working hard in the Liverpool scene as well, you know, for getting like late buses open, and people are working on that, but it feels like it takes a lot. It takes a lot of like people to get involved from the council, from clubs to get these things passed, but maybe it is this infrastructure that's needed to keep these clubs open longer.
Because
Yeah.
you also have to consider like the economical part, you know. For example, for you know, night out, it's £20 of taxi, £20 of ticket, £20 of taxi back. You want to put, I don't know, £30
We'll not
on
mention the
top
rest.
of
Everything
on
in
drink,
between.
or you know, for let loose a bit. And there you go. One night out, it becomes like 100, £150, and you don't even realize. We try to like, you know, keep the prices of our tickets under £20 all the time. So they start from 8 and they barely go over 15. But yeah, in this way it's not sustainable because the artist fees, and obviously you need to also pay the club for rent the space out, the equipment and everything. So there is some changes to do as something that probably we need to work towards in the future with the clubs, but that would be nice to see, absolutely. And if you work on these things, the problems are sorted and the scene revive again.
And again, it's just building that community to kind of to do this with. Another thing I wanted to ask you about is a party that unfortunately did not make. I'm quite annoyed that I didn't make it. It was the DVS one, Freddie K. So I believe he's done the collab with Tariba in Manchester. So I was actually talking to these the night before. I think I was going back to Ireland the next day. That's one I'm not happy to have missed.
I mean, for us, that was an amazing opportunity, actually, like, thanks to Chloe, Soup, and the guys in Manchester for making it happen. And I don't think, you think, can we say how it happened? It was like, you know, a very quick thing because they canceled a big festival in Liverpool, and we had a private email from Alessio and Zach manager, and they were like, you want to do this? And I remember, like, Max was like, we need to do it in some way.
Yeah, I was literally like sat on the couch after work on a Friday, like just gonna chill now. Week ahead, nothing much going on, and I just see this email pop up on the top of my phone, and it's like DVS1, Freddie K in Liverpool, and I'm like, what?
Literally, what? Yeah.
I got shocked. I read the email, called Rick straight away, and we had a week deadline to organise it. So that was the exciting thing. We had literally a week without a venue or anything organised. We had a week to sort out a club, sound system, hotels, everything, the coordination, the graphic, you know, and we managed to pull off. it was crazy. So as soon as we got the go ahead, I went round every club in Liverpool, just driving around in my little Renault Clio. I literally went to every single club in Liverpool, and just literally pitched to them. We got the two biggest DJs for me anyway in techno music in the world.
Yeah.
In Liverpool, like next week, you've got to host it. And sadly, none of them had like the chance to say yeah. So that's why we branched out to Chloe and we said, look, opportunity of a lifetime. You want to do this with us? And she was the one that was able to get us into Soup, and then it went ahead. As soon as we got that yes and the extended license, we were like, now we got a party in our hands.
Unbelievable.
And
It
it
was.
bloody was.
It was like one of the best. I've been like clubbing, big nights, Berghain, Bastiani, Berlin, but the fact to see like true legends on a sweaty basement in Stevenson Square, that's where Soup is. It was something like I don't know. Even them, they enjoyed it a lot. Like there was like the sweat coming down the roof. And I remember Zach, the one was there. He was like, "Oh, this is cool. This is sick."
Yeah, and actually, he played there exactly like 11 years ago, and so he's gone on this whole sort of journey, and then he's come back 11 years later, and he's playing in this little club again. And I think it's something that you'll never see again. Really, it's like
They are
them two playing to a little 250, 300 capacity venue.
It's great venue.
both of them after I think definitely more than 20 years in the scene, like seeing these people like veterans literally enjoy so much something so DIY and simple and run by young people, because me, Chloe and Max got the same age. Basically he was I don't know, he makes me believe that everything is actually possible. And it was very inspirational to have them, and I'm never gonna forget that.
It's just having them in such a small, as you say, just sweaty venue. Like I've seen DVS one a couple of times. So I've seen like Dead Metal and stuff, like huge festivals.
Yeah.
And then I've seen them in like a small enough club in Derry, and it's just different seeing it in such a small, packed, dark room. Like
It was one for the books, and the conversations that we had with them, and the things that we discussed, especially with Zach. Like I had a little cigarettes before he was starting his set, and he was like, "Never stop what you're doing, guys, and keep doing it, because you might struggle for 2, 3, 5, maybe 10 years, but when the other things gonna slightly disappear, you're gonna still there." And I believe everything he says. So
I think I was listening to the Resident Advisor podcast he done a while ago, and I think it's the same thing even for producing music. Like you say, these trends come and go. Like at the minute, for example, hard groove's the kind of buzzword, but everything always goes back to kind of raw techno. And I think you can really tell when someone's trying to do something because it's popular at the minute. Yeah. So another thing I was just going to ask, in terms of looking at the ways you use social media, the artwork and stuff, it's quite minimal, I would say. It's not over the top. I feel like these days it's so important for artists and promoters using social media. Do you find it hard to kind of keep a healthy relationship with using social media without it kind of...
I mean, me personally, I pretty much hate social media. I don't really use it for, to promote myself or anything like that. But I'd say it's so busy and it's hard to get that attention. And the reason we keep it minimal is because we're not trying to push it into anyone's face. How I discovered this music was off my own bat, and I think other people will also benefit the most from also discovering it that way, organically, like you said. And if you're constantly pushing something, force it down someone's throat, I think that's not the best way of promoting it. If it takes a bit longer doing it, then fine. That's why we don't actually promote a no phone policy, but it's it is that a bit like in our club nights, and it's like, if you're there, you see it and you understand it, and if you don't, then maybe you come the next one and you will.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna go push that everywhere, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's come and see, and I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it.
I mean, in today's society, for promoting parties, and two persons like me and Max, that we know people, we have friends, but when we go to the rave, we don't go for talk to people or for talk business. We are there, we dance, and we don't talk to anyone, like head down, straight down, and this. But about the graphic and the style of graphic, there's also like the actually artist giving possibilities to graphic designers and artists. Like we've been working towards Max with art galleries and different organizations here in Liverpool, such as Shuffle, for connecting like art and music together. And that's what we like to do as well through our social medias. And yeah, we got our style. It's pretty minimal. It's a bit dystopian with this liquid graphic, but it's good to give possibilities to graphic designers that on a commercial and mainstream environment they won't have.
100%. So if just under an hour here left, so you're gonna get able to mix from Ricciardo.
I would love to have a little mix, yeah, with Max as well.
Cool.
Yeah, you take the lead, and I'll
Go on,
I'll
let's
go
do
with
that.
a few tracks as well.
I really enjoyed this chat,
Yeah,
Matt.
it's really
Thank you so
good.
much.
Thanks for the
Um,
questions.
It's great
I
having
appreciate-
these on. So at the end of the month, we'll get a full-length interview released as well. So thanks for tuning in. Keep an eye on the socials. You'll see that. Enjoy the mix.
Should we just mention quickly what's coming, or should we leave that to the end?
So if you just wanna get a
Mention
bit of
what's
chat at the
coming.
So what's coming up for Iniquity? Busy 6 months actually. In 2 weeks' time, we're doing a little local night in another intimate venue called The Cabin, which is Invisible Wind Factory's new little space next to the Casimir Garden. And that's going to be sort of like a resident showcase. There's also we've also invited Ollie from Plush, who's forever present in the scene. And the idea is, you know, not every night has to be a big club night. We can do some smaller raves and get some more local DJs on. So there's definitely going to be some chances there. And also a big party coming up in end of March, Easter Bank Holiday. Taken from the Tbilisi experience, we're bringing over Ollie, who is a regular in Bassiani. And yeah, she's going to be playing it that night. So pretty sure you'll all enjoy that as well.
Great stuff.
So
I'm
look
looking
out for
forward.
that. It's going to be music like this. So if you like it, get involved.
Great stuff. Cheers.